guys, welcome back to Mobility from the Ground Up. We are going to be working on our posterior thigh, meaning our hamstrings, as well as our ITBands, which is this lateral side of our thigh. And we're going to get a little bit more into the adductors in a different way. So for this, you're going to need a lacrosse ball and a softball and a roller or a PVC pipe of, I think it's 3 inches, and the firm kind. Okay, to start off with, we're going to use our lacrosse ball, and you can do this sitting in anything that's a hard surface. So it can be on a coffee table at home, it can be on a stool or a firm chair. You're going to put the lacrosse ball underneath your hamstring, between your hamstring and the chair, and from here, you're just going to kind of grind back and forth. So again, cross fiber, and I want you to just go back and forth and up and down all over that hamstring. Don't just stay on the outside or the inside. You're going to hit that entire thigh. So you're going all over the back of that thigh. And again, you're going to spend at least a minute. I would say if you can, spend 2 minutes per leg on this. This next one is a hamstring floss. So very much the same as rolling the back of our hamstrings. Now we're just going to move our leg when we hit a hot spot. So with this lacrosse ball, again, rolling on the back of that thigh, you're going to hit a hot spot. You'll feel them when they happen. Try to put as much pressure in that as you can. And when you hit that spot, you're just going to try to extend your leg out and then bend it back down. Extend it out and then bend it back down. And you're going to move to the next spot, just a little bit lower. Same thing, extend out and bend down. I would say give yourself 3 to 5 flosses per spot that feels spicy. If you have more time, obviously more is better on this. All right, guys, the next one is going to be very much the same as our hamstring. You're going to get in your adductor using the softball. So you're going to straddle the corner of whatever object you're sitting on. You're going to put that softball on the inside part of your hamstring, so the inside part of the back of the leg. And from here, you're just going to kind of roll forward, so kind of push your butt back. And then from here, you're just going to roll up and down the inside of that thigh. If you hit a hot spot, hang out there for a minute. Try to let it release. You're going to go all the way basically from your crotch all the way to the inside of the knee. All right, guys, this one requires no equipment unless your hamstrings are really tight. You can use a towel or a dog leash or a stretching strap, something, or a rope. But if your hamstrings are flexible enough, then you don't need to have that. So from here, you're going to lay flat. You're just going to keep your back flat by kind of engaging your midline. You're going to extend one leg up. And from here, you can just kind of grab a hold of the back of your calf to pull that leg forward, and you're going to feel a big stretch in that hamstring. You can play around with keeping your foot flexed. You might feel it a little bit more in kind of the back of the calf, back of the knee, or you can bend your knee and kind of pull that leg towards you. You'll feel a little higher in your hamstring. You can kind of play around with flossing by extending and bending, extending and bending. And again, if your hamstring is tight, you can just wrap a strap around the ball of your foot and do the exact same thing. Next one, I love this one. You're going to use a lacrosse ball. If you have 2 lacrosse balls, even better, because you can do them at the same time. But you're going to put the ball, excuse the butt shot, but you're going to put the ball right in the back of your knee. And then from here, you're just going to sit down, keeping your feet flat. You're going to sit down, and you're going to feel that ball squish between your calf and your hamstring. If you have both sides, it feels a little bit more even, but definitely spend the same amount of time on each side on this. And you're just going to hang out there. If you want to kind of move side to side and kind of forward and backward, that's fine. But we're just trying to create a little more space in that knee joint. The last thing that we're going to do is going to be our ITBands. So from here, your ITBand is this lateral portion of your leg, the outside portion of your leg. You're going to lay with your bottom leg extended, but the outside of the leg on the roller, and you're going to bring your other foot, your top leg, in front with your foot flat. My elbow's on the floor. You also can come up to your hands, but from here, you're going to use your arm to kind of pull yourself and this leg to push you forward, so you're going to roll down that leg, and you're just going to, from here, go nice and slow. When you hit some hot spots, kind of hang out there a little bit and roll from the front to the back, so you're going cross fiber. We don't want to just go up and down. You're going to go up and down and front to back on this.